I am your co-host, Jason Shear, with my lovely wife, Shelby Shear. We're doing a special edition. Mike is in San Diego. AZ12 podcast presented by Little Caesars. Code 1099 bundle, classic pepper cheese pizza, crazy bread, 2-liter soda, or code LC free CC, free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. Very excited. Hello, Shelby.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
We are in the same house. Is the sound good for everyone?
I hope so.
Or anything?
Get any feedback? Cody's not yelling at us.
All right. Cody's not yelling at us. So that's good.
So,
sweet. We're gonna attempt to calm 5 dogs, 2 daughters, and 1 raging wife down for the show, Shelby.
I'm the raging wife. I'm good. We're cool. All right.
So, what you got for me?
I just obviously still riding high on Arizona's win against Florida. In Vegas, you just got home last night. A little bit under the weather. We're glad that you actually made it to your desk here because I know you're not feeling great. Just recapping like the general vibe in Vegas. How do you think it went for Wildcat Nation?
Yeah, I get sick every time I go to Vegas. I don't know why. I actually don't get sick in Tucson whatsoever. And I got home and I said, Shelby, I want you to kill me. Just get it over with. I had like 102 last night. I said, this is it for me. I'm done with life. And then as I sat there on the couch, I said, there's only one thing that can cheer me up. And I put on the Florida-Arizona game. And fast forward, dude. I got to say, it made me, I'm not a nostalgic, sentimental person, as Shelby knows.
Yeah, he's not. He's kind of a jerk.
Vegas made me a little nostalgic and sentimental. It reminded me of the Pac-12 tournament. The vibes were awesome. The Arizona crowd, the U of A chants were awesome. I love T-Mobile Arena. Hall of Fame puts on an awesome product. Got to meet a lot of people, Vegas Falcon and others. I'm terrible with the name. So if I met you and I didn't
all the Roberts, apparently you met all the Roberts on
Earth. Literally met 14 guys named Robert. We introduced Ben as Ben One White to everybody. And we said their middle name was One. So we had that going. One Ben, One Dash White, like Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's the new thing.
Nice.
So it was super fun. And I didn't drink. I didn't gamble. It was nice.
You're kind of like just all business when you go to Vegas. That's
we
cool.
basically we went to dinner and we tried to figure out who the ladies of the night were compared to normal women.
We did get a super snap. We see you, Andres, and he says, so I guess it turns out that Koa is good at basketball.
Yeah.
Might as well lead off with that. What do we obviously
look, like I've been telling people, Mike have been telling people, like Koa Pete's good at basketball, but there's a difference. Like I'm not going to BS. Like I didn't expect that. I mean, the dude went against a front court that pretty much everyone said was the best of the country and dominated them. Like didn't play well. He dominated them. Thomas Howell or Hoff or whatever it is, I still don't know, is really good.
Maybe.
But I was laughing because ESPN's top 100 player rankings has Alex Condon as 14 and Koa Pete, I think, is 49. And he made Alex Condon look like a bench player. I mean, just completely ate his lunch. That was about as good as a performance. And it's funny they put up that graphic, and I've said this to this day, and I know Mike agrees, and you agree. Jared Bayless was so underappreciated. Like they put up that graphic, all the third.
The graphic up, he didn't break his record.
Right, and it was Jared had 2 of them, and Koa had the third. But I don't know. I've told you about Koa. Did that surprise you at all?
I think, well, considering I was watching it at Chili's, that I couldn't really focus on it, because also the Cardinal Cowboy game was on. Just the thing that was more reactive is the way the crowd reacted to him when on that first viewing, and then I rewatched it last night with you, and you were making fun of me because I was reacting like I was watching it in real time. But actually, just seeing him in person, and he's like really fluid, and he can read. It's almost like an instant read of the court, and he knows where Jaden is at all times. I just thought he was impressive in the fact that he physically was not intimidated at all. And he even ran past the bench at one point and said, he can't effing guard me. I did not cuss. If you're listening, Mike, I behaved myself. So I think that you've talked about Koa. I remember when he committed back in March, we were in New Jersey, and it was a big moment. And I think we all realized how big that moment was now, because it's just going to get better.
By the way, Kobe, Kobe's asking if Sam was bartending. Was Sam there the other night?
You know
Sam at
what?
Chili's is a single
Sam
greatest
wasn't there,
bartender.
Kobe, and it was, very sweet waitress. She was pregnant, and there was another bartender. But I will say it was a way different service. If anybody,
This guy
Sam is the
Sam
best bartender waiter.
it's like,
We all love Sam at the Chili's in Marana. So
knows us by name, all that. It's awesome.
he's the best.
Yeah, and you know what kind of bothered me too is like I watched the TN, like you were cheering last night, like the game was live, and I'm sitting there on the couch dying, and I'm like, Shelby, this game already happened. Like
I know, but it's still like, it's
and we
exciting.
watched the post game, and I love the TNT broadcast. Like it's just night and day. Like Friday night, they have a March Madness crew, Brian Anderson and Spiro for the game for a game that Arizona is going to win by 40. But the one thing that bothered me is like Goodman did it. The guy, the post game guy at TNT, I forget his name, he did it. A couple other people did is they said like Koa came out of nowhere. Like, no, he didn't. He came out of nowhere.
He was in your faces all summer and you chose not to look at him.
Yeah, like it's like it's your fault. Like he's a top 10 player for the last 4 years. He didn't come out of nowhere. This is who he is. And maybe it's not that good. I get it. But if he came out of nowhere, that's your fault because you didn't pay enough attention to him. Like the dude's a top 10 player for the last 4 years. Like it's wild.
He made all of them look really bad. I mean, Jeff Goodman, I went after him a little bit on Twitter too. Like he said, I can't believe I've seen him so many times and he did this. It's like, well, you have seen him that many times and you know that he's going to be the best player on the court most of the time. So I like Aaron said, apparently Shear's a football coach now.
Danny G calls me coach.
Danny G calls Jason Coach Shear. I mean, he's really good X's and O's guy. So
I like when I contact recruits and recruits will call me coach and I'll right away be like, no, please do not think I'm a coach.
Call me coach.
Asking you these questions. Cody, let's get some reads in here and then we'll kind of move forward a lot more Florida talk. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Love this one. Tucson Family Food Project. Shelby, do you agree that's fajitas she's making, right?
Yeah, it definitely is fajitas. I can see the onions. I make that myself.
Yeah. The Tucson Family Food Project.org, direct aid, life skills development. It's really cool. Currently, they're at 255 meal kits per week. Their goal for next year is 1,000 meal kits per week. Let's get it done. Donations made with AZ12 comment will be matched up to 10 grand. It's an awesome, awesome deal. Tucson Family Food Project. Get it done. Do as you're told. Oh, Shelby, this one's all yours. All yours, Shelby.
Oh, Longview Insurance and Investments, your trusted partner for your financial future. That is our guy, Andre Veras, who we do not endorse, but we strongly recommend. Go to him for any of your financial needs, especially talking to him about retirement, balancing savings with your kids' college funds, and investing on your own, especially as you get close to retirement. Call Andre, 520-325-3456, and reference the AZ12 podcast, and you get a complimentary initial meeting with him and or his awesome team. Visit longviewii.com and get started today. Oh, Aristotle.
Shelby, we have you live on record. We agree that's probably Leanne Allen's sister right there.
Oh, I actually have insider information. I know that's not his sister. I don't want to burst your bubble.
What? Are you being serious?
Yes.
You asked when you went?
So he told me that. Like we text all the time, and he told me that's not his sister.
Holy crap!
I think it just blew your mind. But anyway, Eris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. Would you like to do the read?
La Jolla just Lance's sister now plus 9. You just literally. We might just end the show right now. I can't believe he told you that.
Yeah.
Daily urgent care, Monday through Friday, dental implants at affordable prices. Ask about the championship package. Shelby just changed the entire. You know what? Joseph Delgado might have an idea. Is that planted information to get us off the track, Shelby?
No.
Is that real?
Yes, it's real.
My mind is blown. Eris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. Wow. This just changed everything.
That's what I do. I'm a game changer.
So if it's not his sister, that has to be a real woman. It's not a stock photo.
Well, it's clearly a woman. I don't know who it is. But he told me it's not his sister.
Get to the bottom of this when the show's over and say, okay, if it's not, by the way, you just broke a story that this is like bigger than the Big 12 news.
Someone's calling land right now. Like, oh my God.
This is wild.
I want to go back to Big 12, Bobby. Someone said you guys are doing your power rankings of the 5 things Michael does.
Oh, that's easy. I can show you right now. I can show you my phone right now. If you could see, Mike called me 21 times on Saturday.
Yeah, Mike called
21 times.
every 5 minutes on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was
I was
hilarious.
like,
So
eventually, didn't I say, Mike, why don't you just come over and watch the game?
he
21
won't come north
times.
of River. He won't come north of
No,
River.
he said it's too far. He thinks we live in like Red Rock. If it's not his
Yeah.
sister, who is it? This changes everything.
Wow. Okay. Well, on to other Arizona related topics, just so we can stay on track slightly.
On
Mike's
track.
here. We talked about Koa, but obviously Tommy highlighted the other outstanding player of the game, Jaden Bradley. My brain just exploded. Jaden. What do you think about his performance? He had 27 points. That's his career high. That was insane.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Jaden's going to be aggressive like that offensively, that changes everything for Arizona. It really does, and that's the Jaden. It's funny. Tommy is not an award list guy. He just doesn't care about him. He'll never really talk about him. The Bob Cousy Award is actually put on by the people that put on the event.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tommy sits down. He's like, I love the Hall of Fame. They put on a great event. But in what world is Jaden Bradley not a top 20 point guard? He goes, we don't talk about lists, but this one we talked about a little bit. When it came out, I thought it was stupid. It took one game for it to even look more stupid. The guy is very clearly a top 20 point guard. And I've said this before. I think the media or fans or whatever underrate consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And when you want consistency, point guard is the first position you want it. I want to know what I'm getting from my point guard every single game, pretty much. And with Jaden Bradley, you pretty much know. Now, are you going to get 27 points every game? No, but you know he's going to defend pretty well. You know he's going to be pretty efficient, right? You know he's going to get to the line. And so there's value there. But going into the Florida game, we knew that Florida's guards could not guard Arizona's guards for the most part. Braden Burries struggled. We'll get to that in a bit. But, man, Jaden Bradley was by far – I said this, Jaden Bradley made more field goals and had more points than Florida's two starting guards combined. You're not winning in college basketball when that happens.
No.
So
no,
Boogie Fland is on that watch list, by the way.
Which is dumb because he didn't even average better numbers than Jaden last year. He shot 37% from the field. He doesn't defend. It's funny, like, to that point, Cody, like if Boogie Fland hits that wide open three and it ties the game at 88, we might be talking about a different ballgame. Like, I don't know. Florida, Shelby's going to ask me another question in a minute, but Florida I'm very mixed coming out of the game. Their downfall will absolutely be their backcourt, though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, how good was Florida and how good was Arizona coming out of the game? Just because it almost is like what everyone's expectations were flipped with these two.
So this is a debate I just put on the message board, and it's pretty mixed. Florida was number 3 in the country. I think we can all agree Florida did not look like the third best team in the country. No. So there's two ways to go about this. Number one, Florida's a top 8 team in the country, and Arizona just didn't make them look very good. Or what I'm closer to is Florida's closer to 12 to 15 in the country. I don't think Florida, but then again, like BYU is supposed to be highly regarded. I watched that game against Villanova and I thought they looked that crap. I didn't think Duke looked that good last night when we watched that game, right? And so it's early season. It's really hard to tell. But I thought Florida was closer to 12 than, 10 to 12. Let's just say 10 to 12. And I think Arizona looked closer to top 5 than Florida. Like I thought Arizona looked good. There were some clear issues, but I think they're fixable. Florida's, I'm not convinced are fixable because I don't think, like Xavier Lee, he's not all of a sudden going to become a good defender. Like that's just not how it happens. That is a long process, and this is his 4th year of college. Boogie Fland can improve, but like maybe Condon plays better, but their bench is not very good either. It's just a situation where I don't think Florida's top 3, but I think they're probably top 10 to 12, which is fine.
I also just think they get the bump for being national champions. Beginning of the season, preseason polls are dumb anyway. We all know that. Usually there's a drop off after you're a national champion, and they've got some holes that they were trying to like.
Then you're just
I just think that it kind of also leads into one thing that's on our list to talk about is the coaching. Do you think that Tommy Lloyd outcoached Golden?
Yeah, First Joseph says, stop the BYU propaganda. Mike's not here. I will say the one thing that really stuck out about BYU is they don't have a bench. They do. And I actually talked to an assistant coach from BYU. I won't say his name, but he said that basically their strategy was different in that they paid starters and tried to come up with the best starting lineup they could, and they lost a couple players, and their bench is going to be a little weaker. But they feel their top 6 or 7 are going to be stronger and worth it. We'll find out if that's a good strategy. Arizona went with a little more depth. Other teams do different strategies. Some teams have unlimited money, so we'll see how that works out. Sam Vicente, my guy Sam Vicente, if you haven't seen it, go to his Twitter. He has like a 45-minute video just breaking down Arizona, Florida, and he straight up says that Tommy outcoached Golden. There were things that, and Golden kind of admitted it after the game. Golden said they just kept going to the middle ball screen and we couldn't handle it. Well, it's like, it's not, nothing Arizona did in that game was complicated.
Right.
Like it wasn't anything that, I'm going to take a shot here at Florida, but it wasn't anything Florida hadn't seen before. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had 3 videos and we'll get to that in a second, but it was just middle ball screens. And then one thing that Tommy hasn't done in his years here is basically the offense became give it to Koa and get out of the way. That's not really a Tommy offense, but he knew that Florida had no answer for it. So like that ISO where Koa fouls out Shinleu, like that's not really an Arizona offense, right? Like he clears them out. Koa dribbles, backs him down and gets fouled and fouls out Shinleu. That's not really a Tommy offense that we've seen over the years, but I think Tommy realized they had absolutely no answer for Koa Pete. And they just took advantage of it. And that middle ball screen when Jaden Bradley got downhill and Koa doing what he does, and they just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, and I do think that's a Morty 2257's. How about only shooting 5 3-pointers all game? I know that's usually the opposite of what you'd expect from Arizona, but I really think that Tommy was just motivated to win, and I really like that he got out of his own way. Like a lot of times coaches, like Jed Fish was notorious for this. He had a game plan and he wanted to execute that game plan. I think Tommy recognized what was working. Once they kind of figured out, the first 10 minutes were shaky. Obviously, Arizona didn't look great, but I think that in-game adjusting really comes to play with a veteran coach. Tommy didn't revert back to patterns like this is what our team does. Like this is what our team is doing against Florida right now. And that was the important difference, I think, between those two coaches. I also really like the kind of gamesmanship where he did announce the starting lineup in the beginning, because I know that and we talked about this on the AZ12 podcast. Wait, we are on the AZ12, the Wildcat Scoop podcast, the one that we actually are on together all the time. We talked about that ADO did not start, that he put Ivan in there. And we know that they game planned for ADO. So that was a little bit of a Tommy being a wily old cat.
I think we're going to know a lot more. No, I think Ivan is going to start on Friday, but you never know. I got to admit, I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea that Ivan was going to start that game. And it's funny because in the press conference before the game, I told Tommy, we pretty much know the starting lineup except for center. And he goes, you know, he's like, interesting. And he kind of smiled at me. And in my head, I'm like, oh crap, There's something I clearly don't know. First of all, ballsy, right? Like ADO this is his last year at Arizona. Ivan's a freshman. It's a very easy decision to go with ADO. And I think most of us in the chat, in the podcast chat, expected him to go to ADO because of obvious reasons. Older guy, right? He goes to Ivan, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then not only that, Ivan is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, he played great.
I mean, he hit the 3 at the end of the shot clock. The other 3 that he hit. Remember, against St. Mary's, he didn't get a rebound. Tommy said it wasn't good enough. Against Embry-Riddle, who doesn't really count, he rebounded a little more. Then he leads Arizona in rebounds against what a lot of people think is the best front court in the country. Ivan is good. And we said these freshmen are different, right? They're different. Ivan is good. And Ivan reminds me a ton of Pella because he gets hurt. He got hurt like 9 times a game, right? He got hurt in the balls. He got chopped in the throat. That hit, guys, I texted Shelby when he came off the court like 40 seconds before halftime. And I said, I don't know if he's going back in. Like he was grimacing. Yeah. He was in a lot of pain.
Did he walk past you?
Yeah, because I was right by the tunnel. I yelled at him that he could take mine. I don't use it anymore. Have mine, whatever you need. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised by that. I really was. And, not just the fact that he started, but like he told me over the summer or whatever, after the summer, that he didn't really care about the environment and he didn't really know the teams they were playing. And he didn't care about the environment because he played in games where people were, shooting fireworks at his head. So what does he care about playing in Las Vegas, right? He was sped up a little bit. I thought he shot his layups a little too hard early in the game. But after that, I mean, yeah, like super.
Good.
He didn't shoot well. He was only 3 for 9. It's just that the 2 threes he made were huge.
I do think that he's built for this kind of physical play, especially against Florida. This is going to have high dividends for Arizona when we get to the tournament in March. He doesn't care about these like young college kids. He's a beast already, and he's played with grown-ass men, and he can pretty much post up with anyone when he's on the court. And I also like all of his cup marks. I cup Jason. I have a cupping set. I'm very pro cupping, so he's
Kobe texted me about the cupping too. I'm all about the cupping.
Yeah, cupping is the best. If you guys haven't tried it, it looks kind of scary. It feels awesome. Anyway, yeah.
Let's get some reads in. Let's get some reads.
Highlights. Let's do some reads. We'll let Cody catch up. Baggins.
Take it, baby.
Baggins. I love Baggins. I love Baggins so much. Probably a little more than you, babe. You have to admit. I'm usually the one that's dragging you there.
I
am a huge fan. Obviously, Dennis Walsh. I can't match Dennis Walsh's amazingness. Use code AZ12 for 15% off at any Baggins location in Arizona.
Do not ask for the Dennis Walsh special.
Don't ask for that, though. You don't know what you're going to get. 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated. Great food. You can join the VIP text club. I actually am a member of that. So when I get the text, Jason's like, who is that? I'm like, it's Baggins.
You only get one sandwich at Baggins, and it's right there on the screen.
I do.
Have you even tried another sandwich at Baggins?
I haven't.
I don't think you have. I did. Last time I went, I got a pastrami.
Yeah, I always get the same. I always get the sundown. Sometimes I'll do the manager half sandwich soup thing, but Baggins is amazing.
The cookies. Dennis Walsh let us in a secret. You could get the cookie dough. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah. Also, McDeath is making fun of me. I think I called you babe. Sorry, we're married.
Joseph asked what I do that requires cupping. I have had people tell me this, Joseph. I first of all, I have no neck, but second of all, my muscles are so tight, like it's bad, like it's a thing. Yeah. So the cupping works. It feels good. Next one, Cody. Next one. Oh, Shelby, you ready?
Is this the? Do we do it Mike style? Green Valley Decorative Rock, greenvalleyrockyz.com. They have 2 convenient locations in Tucson and Green Valley for anyone that did not understand that. They are locally sourced landscaping materials. Jason, where are they located? Where will they go?
I've memorized this. They're east of Benson and Sierra Vista. I've been there. West to Marana.
I work in Marana.
You're the president of Marana. South to Nogales. North to Oracle. Green Valley Decorative Rock. I'm trying to get the football field named the Green Valley Decorative Rock football field at really Arizona Stadium, sponsored by Baggins, brought to you by Little Caesars. I'm trying to get that done.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard, Shelby. Foster Plumbing. I met Danny Foster. I forgot to tell you this.
The front pipe.
We actually discussed the front pipe, and we told people the origins of the front pipe, and we said we made sure that Danny Foster's not offended, and he said he could not care less. Very nice guy. Had a beer with Danny Foster at the beer house. Met a lot of people there. When Mike got to Vegas, he called for a plunger right away. Literally, he called. And he said, he hadn't even gone to the bathroom yet. And he
called Danny on his cell phone. Like, Danny, did you bring your plunger?
He called the hotel front desk for a plunger as soon as he checked in. And they're like, you need it already? He's like, no, I want to have one on standby. The good news is Foster Plumbing's on standby. Your father, Shelby.
My father owns a condo here in Tucson. He stays out when he's in town, and he needed a little bit of a fix on his toilet. And I told him to call Foster Plumbing, and they came the next day. I know they're 24/7 service. You can't beat that, but it wasn't urgent. So my dad said, no worries. And he wound up getting 10% off and really great service. So you can't really be residential commercial service. They're licensed, bonded, and insured, and they can do all the things listed on that screen right there. But the most important thing is to say you get 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. And you can call them at 520-603-3817 to schedule your service today.
Boom.
Boom. Done.
Danny Foster has a good
Danny
beard,
Foster's
too.
the man.
Have you met him?
Apparently, he's going to have to carry plungers around with him for Mike everywhere
Have
he
you
goes.
met Danny Foster?
I haven't met him.
He's got a solid beard.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Haha. Funny Dick Wilson. Thank you. Anyway, moving on.
Braden Burries.
Yep.
You asked me about this. Other people asked me about this. I'll let you answer first. I'm switching it. Are you up tonight, unable to fall asleep at your concern about Braden Burries moving forward?
Oh yeah, just in fits about Braden Burries. I think that first of all, it's the first game of the season, so there's no sample of 3. Usually, you have to have 3 for a pattern to really kind of get a little concerned. He's young. This was his first game. It's against Florida, and his 2 teammates decided to have their best games of all time. So it's really hard to get too upset about Braden, because sometimes when your teammates are doing really well, the best thing you can do as a teammate is to just kind of be supportive the best you can, whether you're on the bench or you're on the court. I think that he's got some growing to do. He's got some maturing to do. That's natural. Like, not everybody is just hatched out of an egg perfectly from a, bloodline family like Koa Pete, who has like 7 D1 siblings or NFL players and everything. I really think that Braden will come into his own. He will have a game like that soon, and that will establish a pattern. But I don't think that it's terrible. Arizona still won that game, and they won that game without him playing well.
I think there's one concern coming out of that game. I am actually not concerned offensively with Braden Burries. I think he's a good enough shooter. I think he's a smart enough player. I've seen him enough offensively. The biggest concern with Braden is going to be defensively. I'm joking. I've made this comparison.
You just made it to the Godfather?
Yeah, I've made this comparison before. But Braden Burries is basically like a 6'4" Kyle Anderson, who had the nickname Slow-Mo. Kyle Anderson's not athletic. He's not fast, but he knows angle. He's really smart, and he was going to, go that. Like, he's a very successful NBA player. Braden Burries is not overly athletic, but he knows angles, and he's smart. He's guarding a guy like Xavier Lee, who is very clearly faster than he is, and there's not much he can do about it without backside help. I think that this is probably one of the first few times this happened. Braden Burries is not going to overpower people with his athleticism and things like that. I'm not concerned about him. I think there's a good enough players around him. Now, if we're talking about this a week from Saturday after a poor performance against UCLA in front of his friends and family and all that, I think it turns into a real conversation. Right now, it's a true freshman having a bad game in his first start. I think he'll play fine against Utah Tech. I think he'll be fine against NAU. I know those don't really count for playing fine. UCLA, UConn, Alabama, good Lord, Auburn, those are the ones that we have to watch moving forward. Offensively, I'm not really concerned. Defensively is kind of where it catches my eye, and you say, okay, they might have to come up with ways for him to be able to maybe hide it a little bit or maybe have better matchups, because he is going to struggle with quicker guards. I just think that's inevitable.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it. Also, hi, Kristen. I see you. All right. Well, moving on to Dwayne Aristode. What about him?
Same thing. Like, first game, he's clearly, like, we saw this after the exhibitions. Aristode flashes a little bit, but he's clearly behind ADO and Yvonne. Where those minutes are going to come from, I think it'll grow as the season, but I think he's actually been hurt by the fact that Yvonne's probably better than we thought he would be. How many small forward wings are you going to have in the rotation? I thought Aristode was actually the opposite of Burries. Burries is slower, less athletic. Aristode has good speed for his size. He's very athletic, but I just think that right now the game itself is too fast for him. But I think there's a reason, like we forget, and we'll talk about Krivas in a second too. Aristode hasn't played actual basketball in a year. I don't count the exhibitions and practice. This is a guy that was in a boot this summer. Like, hey, by the way, your first basketball game, like your first actually competitive basketball
against Florida
game is against the defending national champs. Like, good luck with that, right? Like, Koa is just so special because Braden Burries is the same way. Hey, your first game, your first, competitive college basketball game is against Florida. Like, there was no easing into it, right? And Florida's very veteran. Like, they didn't rely on freshmen. Their only freshman with CJ Ingram, who didn't play because he was a freshman against, a generally experienced, stronger team than him. So I don't really worry about either of them tremendously. I get the concerns, but again, this is a conversation that I'm probably more comfortable having a week and a half, depending on whether or not Shelby's in jail, because she'll be at the UCLA game. If she's not in jail, it went well. If she is, then you could probably figure out how it went. She doesn't like ASU. I'm gonna put you on it, right? Whatever. UCLA is that school for her.
Ooh, I really hate UCLA so much. It's in like my soul. I just can't.
I like how Tommy called them a thorn, and we could look ahead at UCLA because they're going to kill these next opponents. But I like how Tommy called UCLA a thorn in Arizona's side.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a badge of honor, honestly. It's good to aggravate UCLA in general. Mick Cronin hates us. He hates Arizona fans. Oh, it's so good when he.
But what would you rather go at? Like Arizona, for instance, isn't going to care that it's going to the Intuit Dome to face UCLA. It already faced Florida at that point, right?
Yeah.
UCLA's schedule. Let me bring this up because I can't even memorize how bad their schedule is. Because it's one of they had to make student tickets free. They had Pepperdine on Friday, whatever. Then they have West Georgia. Then they have Arizona, Sacramento State, Presbyterian, California, right, and the Big Ten play. So their first hard game, maybe their only hard game without a conference is Arizona. So it's and they don't have a lot of new guys, but they're going to be like, hey, Arizona's not, they don't care. Arizona just doesn't care about what, UCLA is going to be doing that environment. By the way, that environment's going to be Arizona anyway. It's
going to be an Arizona game.
No one in LA is jumping on the 405 and the 101 to watch what time is the game? 6:00 in LA.
Yeah. They're not going to do that. And Kobe, Mick Cronin said he would fire himself. Was that after the Pepperdine game? Where he had that weird press conference?
Yeah, that was after the last game.
The last game. Okay, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Mick Cronin. We'll see. It's going to be great when they just give up midway through the second half against Arizona because that's the first real team they've played all year long.
Yeah, it's a weird strategy, and if you look around the country, it's not a strategy that these top 10 teams really use anymore. The game's changed because of the metrics and all that. So if you look at these these two teams, props to Florida. Florida went across the country to play Arizona. They play Duke, they play UConn. Purdue plays Alabama and Memphis and Iowa State, and Houston plays Auburn and Tennessee and Arkansas. This is the new, Duke, for all the crap that Coach K got. John Shire said, yeah, you're right. It is crap because Duke plays Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, Florida, Texas Tech.
Got to get ready for the tournament.
This is different. Times have changed. And so credit to Arizona, credit to these other schools. But once again, Mick Cronin's kind of getting lost with the times. Things are changing, and Cronin doesn't care, and he does a shtick after they win. Sorry, I thought they lost because of the shtick. But they win one game by not enough points. And Eastern Washington is bad, right? But good Lord, that's got to be wearing on a team.
I always feel like he's self-flagellating. He's got that whip, and after a win, he's just still mad at himself that it wasn't good enough. It's so weird. And he wears those suits. It's no coaches wear those anymore. I don't know. It's just, I can't wait for that game. But before we get to that game, Arizona does play on Friday against Utah Tech. It is interesting. When you come off of a win, that's a big high against Florida. What are you expecting from Arizona on Friday?
So sometimes when we record the other podcast, our podcast, Shelby, I will literally, my preview, and Andre Barris was joking about it over text. This team is bad. Another team is good. Utah Tech actually has a game tonight against Bethesda, not their women's team. Did you see what happened to their women's team, Shelby? No. I think I texted it to you. They lost to CSUN 100-0.
Yeah, I said
it was 72-0 at one point in the women's game. Utah Tech is 247th in KenPom. So
Arizona good. Utah Tech.
Arizona is favored to win by 28 points.
That means the Wildcats podcast is going to be really short for that.
I like my keys to the game and all that is very simple. When you play these games, you are so much better than the other team. Just get out of there, right? Win by 20. Let Evan Nelson play in the game. I'd like to see Braden score well. I'd like to see Aristode get extended minutes. Evan Nelson didn't get on the court against Florida. I know that's kind of a hot topic, but we kind of said he's like in those games, he's only going to play 3 or 5 minutes. And when, Jaden Bradley is scoring 25 points, 27 points, and you need him to win, I don't mind it. This is a game where like Evan Nelson should get 10 to 12 minutes in this game. Get Jaden out of there. Get up to 25 points. Get Jaden out of here. This team they're big and small. And what I mean by that, I know that sounds stupid, but like their point guard is 6'5", their shooting guard is 6'5", but their center is 6'8". So like they're just kind of small overall. Arizona should absolutely beat the crap out of this team. This should not be close. NAU might be worse. I think KenPom, Utah Tech. I'm glad you asked, Shelby. Utah Tech is 247. They are worse. Northern Arizona is 265.
Wow.
So win a couple games by 187 points and
dominate.
They play this school. They play such weird schools. Where's Justice University?
I don't
Where's
know.
Noble? They play a school
Gotham
called
City?
Noble. Noble University is in Buena Park, and Justice University. Tell Aurora she's going to Justice. Justice University is a private Christian college in Chandler.
Oh,
No idea. I had no idea.
that's interesting. Well,
Did you know
we'll just
that?
tell her where that's where she's going. If for some reason she didn't. Make it.
UCLA, by the way, Arizona currently favored by. You're gonna like this show. Arizona currently favored by 1 point over UCLA, according to KenPom.
Okay.
That's what we need.
Okay, sure. We'll see.
Let's talk about Mo Krivas before we switch over to football.
Yeah.
I am not a Mo Krivas denier. I think people are being a little hard on him. And Sam Vicente did a nice job of breaking this down in his podcast. I'll start with the negatives. He needs to get the ball and hold it like he cares about it. His hands are way too
lava.
Right? Like he has to. And then there's a couple of shots. There was late in the game. I don't remember the time. He gets the offensive board. Really nice. Floats it up and misses it. Right?
Yeah, it was hard.
Got to make those shots. That's his biggest negative. But if you watch the game, and I know people don't appreciate this stuff, his screen, the way they used him on multiple Jaden Bradley buckets, like the play where he gets he kind of stutters a little bit towards the end of the game where he had that 4-point swing by himself and he went up, right? And he made the bucket after stuttering. That was because of the Krivas screen. His shot blocking, his defense were very good. He shut down Chinleyu. He's very good at sealing his man and screening, and I know that's not sexy, as Jeff Goodman would say. I know that's not a sexy play, but if you were to ask Tommy, I bet you he would say that Krivas made more winning plays than not in that game. Yes, he has to make those shots. Yes, he has to hold on to the ball tighter, but I thought he made more good plays than bad plays, if that makes sense.
I also think that, I'm agreeing with Brad the Bully here. He does run the floor pretty well. When you usually see centers, they look like big Great Danes all the times. But I do think that Krivas just needs to get a little more smooth. Like he just needs to be able to, I don't know.
But again, it goes back to what we said before, Shelby. This is a dude that hasn't played.
That's true.
In a year. Like that was his first. And Tommy said too, Tommy's like, we got to get him under the lights playing basketball. Like this is a guy that hasn't played in a year. And so it's like, and again, it's not only are you not playing in a year, hey, by the way, here's the best front court in the nation, according to other people. I keep saying according to other people, because when Koa Pete drops 32 or 30 points in his first game and Krivas plays well and all that. If you watch that game, you would say that Arizona had the better front court.
Also, Koa, in his post-game interviews, they asked him a question like, how did you do that, basically? And he said, well, I play with Aristode and I play with Krivas, who are highly underrated. And he basically threw it back at everyone's face that they are.
And by the way, Awaka, let's just say that what it is, too.
Yeah, Awaka, too.
Awaka was crap. He didn't play well at all. He was unplayable in that game. More fouls or in turnovers than points. Like, he didn't rebound for an entire half, and he had a couple of good plays, but he was unplayable at one point. So Krivas won nothing over Awaka. Not in that sense, but you know what I mean. But it was a very well played game. Not very well played, but it was good enough for me. Ripping jerseys, fouling dudes out, all that.
That was the best. Like that shot of the jersey being ripped was the best. It was just a physical game too. I mean, everyone expected that with Florida, but I think that everyone was surprised that Arizona matched it, which is really boding well for the future.
It was a fun basketball game. It was a physical basketball game, and I think that's why Tommy isn't lying when he says he doesn't care that much about the overall result. I know it sounds corny, but the reason is because no matter what happens in that game, Arizona's better for it.
Yeah.
Like Arizona's just better for it. By the way, plus minus, which I don't like, but I use it when it makes my argument
convenient for you.
There's only 2 players that were minus in that game for Arizona. You want to guess who they were?
I think I sent you that.
You might have. No, you sent me the JG trends, which is
okay.
2 players in the minus.
Was it Awaka?
That's one.
Okay. And it's not ADO. He was.
We just talked about him.
Oh, sorry. I've already forgotten.
Aristode was the other.
Aristode. There
only 2 players. Awaka was -2. Aristode was -5. Krivas was 0. Yvonne was +14. My guy Yvonne was plus 14 in this. And again, I don't like it very much, but I only use it when it makes my point.
Yeah, plus minus equals PFF, says Joseph. Yeah, someone just in the comments, I like the little comment. Besides playing like Jamel Horn, John Lesky said he sets the tone destroying jerseys. Like, let's make this a trend this season.
They went, I don't know. I don't know if they showed their warm-ups. Their warm-ups had like gold trim. The gold was for like the national title. Arizona had the most fans by far. Florida had the 3rd most. I think Villanova had the least, but we're going to switch over to football because we are a football school no matter what happens.
But first, before you do that, everyone hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I'm usually the person in the chat that's telling everyone to do that. So today I get to tell you to hit the like button.
Yes. What do we got here?
Copal. Yes, we haven't eaten there yet. We are making a
breaking news after. God damn it.
We have breaking news.
Yeah, commitment.
Well, we're going to hold this commitment.
No. Do the ad. You read the ad while I take care of it.
Okay. Copal Tucson's contemporary Mexican food. CopalTucson.com. It is Tucson's tastiest margaritas. They have Tucson's tastiest margaritas. And you can book your next large party or corporate event with Copal. Large party packages are available. They also can cater to any event. If you mention Mike Luke, of course you have to mention Mike Luke for a free elote rib. Or as Mike likes to say, how do you say that word? And then he'll say elote rib with any entree purchase. And they have Mexican food delivered nationwide, mymexicanmenu.com. Use the code AZ12 for 10% off your order. Jason, when are we going on a date night to Copal?
Oh, whenever you want, honey. Mm-hmm. When I can eat food and it stays in me.
I know. I don't know if you guys know this. We're about almost 3/4 of the way through this podcast. Jason has a fever. He came home ill. And he just took so many pills before this, like ibuprofen and Tylenol, to try to not feel so badly. So he's doing pretty well. We will give you your flowers, babe. All right. Bridge Tech Communications. I'm not as necessarily as involved with Bridge Tech Communications.
I got this one,
but go ahead, Jason.
Bridge Tech Communications, it promotes how you need to know a gym and all that. You want your gym, the word to get out there. Use Bridge Tech Communications. It'll market your gym, your wellness. It's pretty decent, Shelby. You're kind of in this business. Is 750% ROI good? Is that a good thing?
It's really good. It's super good. If you want your wellness and or gym business to be promoted, you cannot go better than that kind of ROI. Frozen Cactus, RJ's Frozen Cactus. I've been there multiple times at AZ12 events. It is the best place for AZ12 watch parties. It is the home of the AZ12 watch parties, Jason. Huge parking lot that you could park a jet, Dennis Walsh's jet, I believe. They have 100 craft beers plus $2 deals. Really, honestly, I love their appetizers. We've eaten their appetizers. We've been there for games. And no bad seats are in the house. It is actually a pretty cool bar to be at for watching games. They're everywhere, the TVs, and it's no better location to watch an Arizona game with other Arizona AZ12 fans and Arizona fans in general. RJ's Frozen Cactus, Red Hot Sports, ice cold craft beer.
All right. Breaking news here on the show.
Oh, we're doing football.
You're gonna like this name, Hannibal Carter Navies.
What?
Hannibal Carter Navies has committed to Arizona. This is funny for two reasons. First of all, Arizona has been working on this flip. He was committed to Kansas State. They've been working on this flip for a while. I'll just say this. There are multiple guys that they are close to flipping. Their recruiting class right now, they're trying to land 5 or 6 more guys. I think like 90% of those are flip candidates. This was one of them. The reason this is funny is because we were going to make fun of Colorado on this podcast.
Yeah, we had a plan and everything.
And this leads right into it a little bit.
So good.
So Hannibal was at the BYU game, and Colorado hosted him on an official visit for the Arizona game because his dad played there.
Wow.
And after watching what Arizona did to Colorado, he committed.
He said, you know what? I'm going to bear down, baby. Bear down.
Another safety. Viney's doing a really nice job. Arcee's doing a nice job. 6'2", 200 pounds from Georgia. To prove that this is, I always look at offer lists. His ranking's not great, going to be honest with you. He's a solid 3-star. But again, you look at offer lists, right? Kansas State, ASU, Colorado, Arizona. Like, that's solid. Those are the type of guys you want. Nice pickup for sure.
That's amazing.
The
and
Colorado
also
part is definitely funny, though.
It's fun to flip kids out of Colorado and
you go to your dad's alma mater to watch a game, and then you watch them get their ass kicked, and then you commit to the school who kicked them.
It's like the
you don't even have to make fun of Colorado anymore. There you go.
It's easy. I mean, the other things we're going to talk about Colorado is I think the OC has.
Yeah, we got to talk about what Kobe.
We got to talk about that.
No, it's more important than what the OC did. So supposedly Shermer was demoted before the Arizona game, but there is a video going around, and it is a real video. Shelby, this is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. The Colorado wide receiver coach said that they don't practice blocking because it's all heart. You either want to block or you don't want to block. They don't practice.
Oh my god,
blocking.
Are they like inspirational speakers? Like, what is Arizona?
Arizona, no joke, spends a large chunk of practice blocking because it's called perimeter blocking. Colorado runs screen passes, right? Mm-hmm. That is a big part of their offense. And then this guy says that they don't practice blocking, right? So it's weird. It's weird.
That is really weird. That's up there with Dion talking about if you want to go hear your dog. And if you
I thought it was AI at first, to be honest, because I've never heard. That's like a running back. That's like Zoe saying we don't practice taking care of the ball because you either want to take care of it or you don't.
It's your heart will take care of the ball.
Yeah.
And everything else will follow. That's interesting to hear. And it does not bode well for Colorado the rest of the season, which is awesome. So
Shelby, I know this is a rough weekend for you. Jay's going to be in town. You're well aware you were there in person. Is there a little bit of jealousy at all? Ben One White doesn't block anyone.
All hard.
Ben, we tried real hard to get Ben on that dating scene in Vegas, and he was just so focused.
He was just focused on the basketball game, or was he looking for?
Yeah, well, during the basketball game, he was texting me a lot, and he's like, "Do you see all this backdoor movement?" And I was like, "Yeah, like you have a good point. Like there's just a ton of backdoor movement that they're putting on." And he's like, "Dude, I know backdoor movement when I see it, and that's what this looks like."
But he's an expert, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's real good with the backdoor cuts.
The backdoor expert.
Yeah, he loves backdoor cuts and all that.
Okay. Are we still making fun of Colorado?
Yeah, we already did it.
That's already funny. We did it. Okay, nice. All right. So Arizona's game coming up on Saturday, 1:30 kickoff against Kansas. It's homecoming, and that is a little bit more harder of an opponent. What are our initial thoughts? And is that a winnable game for Arizona?
I think generally speaking, I know Brad Bully Hudson, you were promised Ben One White footage. He didn't do anything worth filming. We were very upset. We were Shelby knows I texted her. Very disappointing. I believe usually that when Arizona faces a team that doesn't play defense, it's going to be in pretty good shape unless that other team's offense is just wild. So like Baylor could be an interesting game. Arizona should beat Kansas. Kansas on the road this season off the top of my head has not been very good. I'm going to look this up because as you know on this show, Shelby, we are beacons of accuracy. We are what people look So on the road at Missouri, they lost. At UCF, they beat them. At Texas Tech, they lost by 100. So they not awful. But their defense is not good. The games they've lost, 34 points, 42 points. 2 weeks ago, they let up 42 points to Kansas State. They beat Oklahoma State by 17, but they let up 21, and that was actually a game for a while. I just don't think Kansas is good enough defensively. I think their offense plays into what Arizona does well. This is a game where I'm already pretty much giving away my pick, but Arizona should come away from this game bowl eligible.
I am expecting it on a homecoming night. I have tickets. I have a couple extra tickets. Actually, I got to get some people more seats or bodies in my seats here. But I think that hopefully have a good, decent crowd to see that happen, especially because Noah Fifita might be breaking some records at this game here. I think that we talked about it, that Noah's a little underappreciated this season, and he's about ready to kind of become one of the best quarterbacks in Arizona history. Just hopefully at this game, have some stats to pad. What do you think about Noah's chances of doing that?
I think Noah breaks the record. I really do. He needs 3 touchdowns. I think he gets them this week. And like I mentioned, I don't think Kansas has the defense overall to stop Arizona. I just don't. I'm not a big Kansas fan. I actually thought Kansas would be better. I was higher on Kansas. And to be fair, Jalen Daniels, their quarterback, is
disappointing.
No, he's awesome. He's
right.
awesome. He hasn't been disappointing. He's been disappointing to Kansas fans a little bit because there's some inconsistencies in his game. When you look at like how he's played, he'll play like against Texas Tech, he was pretty decent. Kansas State, he was awful. Cincinnati, he had 440 yards and 4 touchdowns and ran for 55 yards, right?
That's awesome.
Right. And so he's kind of inconsistent, but he's got 20 touchdowns to 3 picks, and he's run for 271 yards. He is very good. That's why I thought that they would be better. Their defense overall has been disappointing, and that's kind of been their downfall. This is absolutely, I don't have to say this to you guys. You watch Arizona football. It's just as easily a game that Arizona could lose.
They could lose. They could be a heartbreaker. It could be.
Because Arizona football, right?
Because
like
it's
they
Arizona.
lost the game, right?
This is Arizona.
No, but like this is generally the games that Arizona would lose, right?
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, oh, we're back, and all that crap, and then they lose.
Yeah. What do you think? What version of Brent Brennan is going to show up on Saturday? You think it's going to be like the hardcore Brent Brennan from last weekend, or do you think it's going to be everyone's best friend, Brent Brennan?
I think it's the hardcore. I think Brent knows. They still got to make a bowl, man. I know we're talking about Brent back for next year and all that. If Arizona loses this game, it's still like you have to get a win from Baylor, Cincinnati, ASU. Mm-hmm. That's not easy. That's not an easy. So
we watched some of Cincinnati's game this weekend. I wasn't super impressed with them.
Yeah, but it's a bad matchup for Arizona. Number one, number two. It's just a bad matchup, and it's on the road.
It's on the road. That's a big factor too.
But look, is that unwinnable all of a sudden? No, it's not. It's not unwinnable. But this is a big. Every game's a big game for Brent. But I think this is a big game because it kind of says, look, can we win 2 in a row? Can we prove something here, or are we going to lose and it's going to be the same old?
We're going to backtrack again.
The same old Arizona football crap. And then all of a sudden, if he loses, right? You're like, well, we still need to win one for a bowl, and it's Baylor, Cincinnati, and ASU. That's not easy.
No.
And if he doesn't make a bowl, then we start to have the conversation
that we were having be upset.
Before. Then we start to have the conversation that we were having before Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to keep the momentum moving forward because any backtracking, obviously I'm skeptical. Obviously anyone would be skeptical of them winning out the rest of the season. But we've got to get over that hump. We have to get bowl eligible. Arizona has to get bowl eligible.
Most bowl projections right now have Arizona in the Los Angeles Bowl, which is in SoFi, playing San Diego State, led by maybe future UCLA head coach Sean Lewis.
Ooh, okay.
I'll play in LA. I'll go to LA.
LA. We like LA. We're going to LA next week.
I'm big in LA.
I like Joseph. Is this a 90-minute show?
No.
No.
No, we got kids, and
we haven't eaten dinner. We have not eaten. I just got home from
I don't think we're on tomorrow. Mike's in San Diego. It's Raquel's birthday. I don't think we're on tomorrow. I believe we're on twice Friday. So that'd be good.
Awesome.
So
we'll say hi to
don't
everyone.
plan on a show tomorrow, but plan on a show, 2 shows Friday. Cody, we have any more reads? I know we have merch.
Back the merch.
I would run a show with Shelby tomorrow, but she's going to the women's basketball game.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Arizona women.
Merch, Shelby. You own underwear, and no, I don't know. That's not just a football school.
What are you talking about? Not just a football school, AZ12 podcast. This is an awesome shirt. Go to the merch store. There's a lot of other cool stuff on there. You got to, rep AZ12. I think we had a cool picture out of Las Vegas of someone had the sticker on their hat, or it wasn't the actual hat, but whatever it was, he was repping AZ12 merch, AZ12 podcast shop.fourthwall.com. I think that link is pinned in several places, like on Twitter and on our channel here. Thank you for supporting the AZ12 podcast when you're out and about in the world. We appreciate you. Salute. And Comfort X HVAC.
Your boyfriend used this, Shelby. Your neighborhood boyfriend, Anthony.
My neighborhood boyfriend, Tony Jamino, and his lovely wife, Layla.
What? You didn't mention her.
Call Comfort X HVAC and get 10% off. Mention AZ12 when you are booking. This is also a special time of year because you're entered into the Christmas raffle for a $100 grocery card and a 6-month filter supply delivered to your house. They have winter services happening right now, service and maintenance, emergency repairs, and many more options that you can see right there on the screen. Call them, get a free estimate. Comfort X HVAC, get it done. Ooh.
88 crime. Shelby's got a lot of stalkers. There's a guy down the street.
We have a bad neighbor.
We have a bad neighbor. She needs me to go outside. When she goes outside and he's there, we might use 88 crime. 882-7463. It's anonymous. 88crime.org. If you have a stalker, Richard Carrillo, anybody like that, call them. Use them.
If you see something, say something. Call 88 crime.
Rage.
I have rage. I also have rage. Rage is always an issue. Obviously.
Once again, Shelby, we're going to use this weekend, I think.
Yeah, we are.
I'm tired of cooking as much as I cook.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cook so much.
We make so much food around the house.
Yeah.
AZ12 podcast presented by Little Caesars. You can use the code 1099 bundle for the classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, crazy bread, and a 2-liter soda, or our original code LC free CC free crazy combo with pizza purchase. I have used these at work for my staff when I need to feed everyone on
What was it for July 4th? You had to order 50 pizzas from Little Caesars.
Yeah, I did.
Never in anyone's life has that code come up bigger.
That code
50 pizzas and 50 crazy breads.
I have to feed Marana PD and Northwest Fire and all of my Parks and Rec staff. So we got the crazy bread came in so handy. So thank you so much, Little Caesars, for the great codes. We appreciate you so much.
And we're gonna co-promote. Shelby and I, we're recording the podcast a day early because she's going to the women's game. So tomorrow, the Utah Tech Arizona preview, which will be about 8 minutes long.
It's going to be pretty short, but we are going to support women. Also, next Friday, the 21st, is a special night. Arizona plays NAU. And what else is happening, Jason?
I don't know.
It's
Ari McDonald night.
Ari McDonald night.
Yeah,
and
I knew that.
Our youngest, who is obsessed with Ari, believes that they will be retiring her jersey. That's not official, but why else would you have her come to that game? So we're going to that game as well.
I love this time of year.
So let's just recap. I'm going to the women's game tomorrow. I'm going to the Greek festival on Friday. You're going to the men's game on Friday. Saturday is the football game. We have a wild.
And then basketball again. And then we're going to LA with the girls. Shelby and the girls will be there. We're looking for an adoptive mother who might be in the area. Should Arizona Shelby get arrested during the game? And I'm writing.
Oh my God. I really don't know.
Send Shelby an email or DM that says, should you get arrested or pepper sprayed, I'll watch your kids for a few hours. That would be greatly appreciated to me.
I mean, to be fair, our kids are 16 and 12. They're not little small.
They've seen it all. They tell me the stories of when I'm going to be, hey, mom threw the ottoman. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I did throw an ottoman one time. It's not a big deal. Everyone does that. Anyway,
we are fun. Shelby was nervous beforehand. She did great. Proud of you, Shelby.
Thank you. And then our dog decided not to bark until just right now. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be back, I believe, on Friday. Keep an eye out for Twitter, but I believe it's Friday morning. I'll be on with Mike with our picks. We'll make you a lot of money, and then post game for Utah Tech.
And Jason will feel better by then.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.